Alright, this is my current Wooting ATHE build. Frosted ABS case, Geon Raw Switches and Yamanote line keycaps. I'm really happy with how it turned out, but today I'm checking out a case that might take this keyboard to the next level, the KBDFans GT80. If you've been considering the Wooting Zinc Alloy case as an upgrade, you might want to watch this video first, because the GT80 is priced similarly but offers more customization, so let's see if it's the better option. So the GT80 is a custom aluminum case made for the Wooting ATHE. It costs around $119 or $125 if you add the optional accent badge, which puts it in the same price range as the Wooting Zinc Alloy case. I personally went for the anodized red color. It's one of 6 anodized options, but they also offer 2 e-coated finishes if you want something a bit different. And one thing that really sold me on this case is the press weight on the bottom. It peeks through a cutout, adding a nice bit of visual flair and that extra heft you would expect from a premium case. However, this case is still a bit lighter than the Zinc Alloy case. One of my favorite upgrades on this case is the ball catch assembly. This means you don't have to deal with tiny screws to open the case, a small but super convenient detail compared to Wooting's cases. For the right side LED bar you get 2 diffuser options, one segmented like on Wooting's cases and one for a solid, smoother or more blended effect. I personally think the solid one looks better than the stock ATHE diffuser, but that's just my taste. There's also an optional front accent badge and a strap loop if you like adding a bit more personalization to your build. However, I think it looks cleaner without them. One downside is the fixed 7-degree typing angle. It's stable and comfortable for me, but if you like changing the typing angle, it's not as flexible as Wooting Zinc Alloy case, which has those adjustable rubber feet, even if they're not the best looking. So if you're picking up this case, don't forget to add the daughter board at checkout if you don't already have one. The ATHE module doesn't come with one by default, and neither does the GT80 kit, so it's a small but important detail to definitely keep in mind. As for the build, it's actually really straightforward. Just be gentle when screwing in the daughter board, drop in your PCB, switches and keycaps and you're done. I personally went ahead and swapped out my keycaps because the Yamanote line keycaps didn't really fit, so I went ahead and put some Keytok Godzilla caps on it, which I personally think look awesome with the red case. And for the switches I stuck with the Geon Raws because I like how they sound and feel. And speaking of sound, the GT80 can be a bit hollow compared to the Zinc Alloy case. Personally, I would recommend you to pick up some foam or polyfill. It's cheap, easy to work with and does a surprisingly good job of reducing that unwanted ping without breaking the bank. So is the GT80 worth it? If you want a more visually unique case that looks less gamery and don't mind doing a bit of sound tuning, it's a solid choice. Personally, I'd pick it over the Zinc Alloy case for the customization alone, but if sound quality is your main priority, you might want to stick to the Wooting case. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you found this review helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. See you in the next one. Peace!